Hello everyone and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Now, today's replay is, well, once more in the USS Alabama. This is an update because there was a change to the ship. Keep in mind this is still a test ship and I'm not sure if this ship will go live in the current version. But what they did is they listened to feedback. They lowered the Citadel and changed the sidearm a little bit. So basically the Alabama is no longer as easy to citadel as she used to be. So she is more like a North Carolina. And keep in mind that she still can be citadeled when showing broadside. Actually, if you show broadside to a battleship, expect to be citadeled probably. So yeah. The question, of course, is how does this change affect her? Is she a great ship now? Is she better than the North Carolina? And, well, she is, I guess, an equal to the North Carolina, I would say. If you like her better or not, still depends a bit on your personal preference. Also, by the way, this is a tier 8 battle, which is pretty nice. There are quite a few destroyers around. It's a domination game. And, well, my team has successfully taken Point Charlie, and my team is still continuing towards the point we already have, instead of taking the center, which is a little bit sad. But back to the Alabama. So basically she is like a North Carolina, only less accurate, but more maneuverable and with better torpedo protection. And well, the torpedo protection and the maneuverability are still, I'd say, situational, and the less accuracy is something that you always have to deal with. But yeah, I think it's now a fair trade, and I'd say the ships are roughly equal. Which one performs better for you might depend just on your personal playstyle. Now here, honestly, I think staying in a position where I currently was would have been a great idea. Because there is a massive island that offers some protection, I could have angled reasonably well against the enemies and I had targets to shoot at. But I decided to move forward. We have more ships going towards the other side. And somehow I still hope that we can, in a way, push towards the center. I mean, we have one ship more, we have a slight advantage, but they hold two capture zones, so time's on the enemy's side. Now I'm moving towards this island, but this island isn't very high. It will protect me from some shells if I'm close enough. It will also make it a lot harder for enemies to target me. I mean, even if I'm spotted, right, if they try to lob shells over me, they don't know exactly where I'm positioned. All they see is like a marker. So I'm hoping for some protection. And, well, here I'm unsure where to shoot at. I want to shoot the destroyer, but the destroyer isn't offering such big target. The Shiratsui, on the other hand, well, he is sailing broadside on, making him a very big target, and I get some nice hits there. Now I took some damage, and we can already see if with the old Alabama this might have been a lot more catastrophic. Now my biggest problem is, as you can see, the enemies are spread out all over the horizon. There is no way I'm angling against all of those, and this island provides not an awful lot of protection. And I'm going for the Belfast. The Belfast is slowing down here. I was hoping he'd stop. I'm afraid, although he will reverse and avoid my shells, and I just took massive damage. Now it's my own fault for being in this spot, because as I said, this island isn't proving to be as much protection as I hoped it would. I've sailed too far ahead. And now I'm paying the price for it, but on the other hand, I guess I'm testing the durability of this ship, so that's nice. And I'm trying to shoot at the last position of the Belfast, but sneaky Belfast moved. He moved out of his smoke for some reason, but he successfully dodged all my shells, unfortunately. Now I still have a lot of repairs left. My biggest focus here should be to not go down. I can heal up. And I can also get unspotted, as I currently am. But with firing my guns, they will detect me again. There is an argument to be made for just sitting here and healing up a little bit, but for some reason I really want this Belfast. He just evaded too many shots from me, so now it's personal. But anyway, my team is still very slowly moving in a position where they can assault the center. But we have a 2-ship advantage, so it's not that bad. But we are almost equal points with the enemies, because they are just holding the capture zone. Now I have decent shots here at the Gneisenau, but I'm holding my shells because I'm afraid of the return fire. I want to get in a little bit of better position first, move forward again, and also I want them to find other targets. If you are off the radar for a while, they've probably switched targets and might not switch back to you. Now let's see, can I finally get this Belfast? Yes, I can. Now taking out the Belfast, besides being satisfying, also opens that cap a little bit more for the friendly destroyers. Belfast is very good at keeping destroyers at bay, and I hope they can now move in and capture this zone. Also, my team is moving actually a bit aggressively here towards the center, which is nice. I would have liked them here a lot sooner, but if they arrive, then everything's fine. Now the Bismarck here is... the Bismarck is a bit too far away. Those Bayerns are somewhat okay, I'd rather have them sail now directly towards the center. But there is also still a Shiratsuyu defending the cap, and the top wall of the Shiratsuyu is rather scary. Now I'm continuing to hold my position here at this island. Even though it hasn't protected me as much as I'd hoped, it still does a great job at keeping the fire of some enemy ships from me. And I was able to recover a little bit more health. I mean, at this point we have decimated half the enemy team, and this is pretty much a victory, I would say. Although, I mean, I've seen battles lost from this point. This usually something like this should be victory. So a little bit back to the Alabama, as you have seen in this game, and one of the reasons I've showed you is I have moved in a position that was a bit too exposed, and I got shelled pretty badly, but I'm still floating. And I think in the old Alabama I wouldn't have been. Now of course, I can argue I made a mistake, I should have been punished for it, in a way I was. But it just feels a lot more comfortable now, and it basically feels, in its durability, a lot more like the North Carolina now. And it's not like the North Carolina is that tanky of a ship, you know? You are still not a German battleship, and even in a German battleship you shouldn't show broadside, and goodbye Shiratsuyu. See an enemy destroyer close to you, shoot it, and good things will happen. So yes, I think I've played around 12 battles yesterday with the lowered Citadel now, and I have to say, now I like her. She feels more like the North Carolina. You have to be a little bit less careful, you can get away with a little bit more. And see, the thing is, when we look at my position towards these tirpitz, right, slightly angled is oftentimes what you wanna be. Now if you're only facing one enemy, I can try to face the enemy. And once the shells hit me, I can turn and use my rear guns. Obviously, the better turning of the Alabama helps here. But whenever you show a little bit of your side, you have to be less scared now. And that just makes you so much more comfortable while playing. So I don't think it makes the North Carolina obsolete. I actually just think brings her closer to North Carolina, and which one you like more might just, as I said before, depend on your personal playstyle. But yes, the Alabama is now a comfortable ship, and if you're looking like something like premium North Carolina, might be the ship for you. And I think this tirpitz is eating some torpedoes. So there is a Gneisenau and the Dunkirk left. The Dunkirk is trying to escape out of the map. It's the zone wall. Well, breaking news, he can't leave the map, so I guess where he's going won't help him. The Gneisenau is attacking our Charlie cap, and while we don't have anyone to defend there, it doesn't really matter. Now in this battle I've found a little bit more damage on the Dunkirk, but I don't think you need to see this, so we will just skip to the results. So I did alright in this battle, managed to get myself 2016 base experience. It worked out quite nicely. I have chosen this battle not because I played that well, but because it showed that it's now a bit of a more durable ship, even if you are making maybe some mistakes or find yourself in a little bit of too aggressive position. You can still make it out of there. And as I said, I think she's now more comfortable. I don't know if I like her more than the North Carolina or not. I like both ships. And yeah, personally, I think it was a great change. Now, something else, the torpedo protection is still situational, as I find is the turning, but I have another clip for you when it comes to torpedoes. So yeah, this happens when you screw up in a different way, when there is a destroyer ambushing you around an island. And well, the destroyer goes down. But we can now see the torpedo protection in action. And yeah, I've eaten a lot of torpedoes. Actually, I survived that battle and we won. So yeah, the torpedo protection can come in handy. Now, I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I'll see you guys next time.